Hi pupil, welcome to this interesting common entrance tutorial. We'll be looking at general paper, which will include quantitative reasoning, verbal aptitude, current affairs, general sciences, and social studies. So we have about 5 subjects in these 60 top questions that should be coming out in your common entrance exam in June 14th. Okay, so if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, you should do so now and then relax, okay, because we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So we are starting with quantitative reasoning, and I think I have 12 questions for each section. Okay, so let's see the first question we have here. What is the place value of 5 in 3,584? So let me just divide it as QR, which is quantitative reasoning. What is the place value of 5 in 3,584? Now you have to put each of these numbers into their place value. Starting with this one, this is unit, as you have been taught in school. This is tens, this is hundreds, and this is what? Thousand. This is in thousands. Okay, so what's the place value of 5 here? Hundreds. Okay, so the correct answer will be 500, right? Question number 2. Question 2. If 24 divided by 4 is equals to x, what is x times 5? What is x times 5? Okay, simply you can say 24 divided by 4 equals to x. That's exactly what this means. 24 divided by 4 equals to x. What is x times 5? So that means your answer here, you multiply it by 5 because your answer here will be x. So 4 here 1, 4 here 6. So x is equals to 6, right? So since x is 6, that means 6 times 5. Okay, so 6 times 5, that will be what? 30. So your correct answer will be C. Question number 3. Okay, what's the LCM of 4 and 6? First of all, what's LCM? Which is lowest common, it is lowest common multiple, right? So what's the LCM of 4 and 6? So the simplest way to do this is to put it in table form. That's 4 and 6. And then you want to start with the lowest number that you can start with, which is what? 2. So 2 in 4 is what? 2. 2 in 6, 3. 2 can still go again. So 2 in 2, 1. 2 cannot divide 3, right? So you bring 3 down, and then 3 will go. 3 in 1, definitely 1. 3 in 3, 1. So the LCM of 4 and 6 equals to what? 2 times 2 times 3, which is 4 times 3. 2 times 2, 4, definitely, which is what? 12. So the correct answer is what? A. Question 4. What is the missing number in the pattern 3, 6, 12, 24 dash? Okay, so we have is a pattern 3, 6, 12, 24. What is the next one? Now observe the pattern. You don't need to rush. Observe the pattern. 3, 6, 12, 24. You can notice, if you observe very well, that the pattern is in multiples of 2 or multiples of itself. So 3 times 2 is what? 6. 6 times 2 is what? 12. 12 times 2 is 24, and on like that. Another way to do it is to divide the first number, the second number, by the first number. Okay, so you can divide 6 by 3, you can divide 12 by 6, you can divide 24 by 12 to know what the next one will be, right? So since the number is in multiple of 2, 3 times 2, 6, 6 times 2, 12, 12 times 2, 24, 24 times 2 will be what? 48. So I'm just showing you like the fastest and simplest way without the need of any kind of formula to solve simple questions as this. So our correct option will be B, which is 48. Then question number 5. A rectangle has a length of 8 centimeter and a width of 3 centimeter. What is its area? Rectangle. So a rectangle has a what? A length of 8 centimeter and width. So this will be 8 centimeter and this will be no length. That is something like this. Okay, 8 centimeter and width of 3 centimeter. This is a rectangle. What is its area? So what's the area for solving rectangles? Is what? Length times breadth, all right? Or you can call it times width, length times width, or length times breadth. Okay, so what the length here is what? 8 centimeter. So you are just going to substitute the value. The length is 8 centimeter and the width is 3 centimeters. So you are just going to substitute it into your formula. This is the area of a rectangle. Area is equals to length times breadth or length times width. So your area then will be what? Your area then will be what? Your length, which is 8 centimeter times your breadth or your width, which is 3 centimeter. It will now give you what? 24 centimeter. Now, centimeter times centimeter is centimeter raised to power 2. That's 2 times. So, 24 centimeter squared. All right? So, the correct answer will be B. That's your correct option. Question number 6. A man has 500 naira. He buys a pen for 200 naira and a book for 250 naira. How much does he have left? Okay? So, a man has 500 naira. He has 500 naira. He buys a pen minus this pen. Let's say this is how to draw a pen. He buys a pen for 200 naira. And then he buys a book for how much? 250 naira. How much does he have left? Okay, so he has 500 naira. He bought 200 naira pen. He bought 250 naira book. How much does he have left? So what you need to do is add the two things he bought and subtract it from the amount that he had. So the two things he bought, 200 plus 250, which will be what? 450. Then you subtract it from the amount he had before he started making purchases, which is 500. So 500 minus 450 will be what? 50 naira. So he's left with what? 50 naira, which is option A. Now, if you are encountering any difficulty with any of these questions or you want a better or simpler explanation, you can leave it in the comment section and I'll be happy to put you through more detailedly. Now, question number 7. If a bag costs 1,200 naira and is shared equally among 4 friends, how much does each pay? Okay, a bag costs how much? 1,200 naira and is shared equally. Notice it says equally. It didn't give a ratio. It says the price for the bag is shared equally among 4 friends. So what it's just telling you is that 4 people paid for this bag. Let me put a little design. So 4 people paid for this bag equally. They shared the money equally. So what do you need to do? That's 1,200 divided by the 4 people, right? The 4 people who paid for the bag. So 1,200 divided by 4 people is just like saying 1/2 over 4. So 4 here 1, 4 in 12 is how many? That's 3. So that's 300. So each person paid 300. And if you want to be sure if your answer is correct, just add what? 300 plus 300 plus 300 plus 300, which will give you 1,200. Now, question number 8. What is 10% of 500? So 10% of 500. or 10 percentage of 500. Percentage means 100, right? So that's simply 10 over 100. Of is times or multiplication in mathematics. When you see of, it also means multiplication. So times 500, which will be simply 10 times 500, which will be 5,000. Just add one more zero to 500. So that's 5,000 over 100. So 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0. 50, what you have is 50 over 1, which is the same thing as 50, right? So what is 10% of 500? It is 50, all right? Question number 9. Convert 3 over 4 to percentage. Convert 3 over 4 to percentage. So 3 over 4. Remember I said percentage means 100. So 3 over 4 times 100. That's simply what it means. 3 over 4 times 100. So 3 times 100 will give you 300 over 3 has multiplied 100. So you have just over 4. Okay, so then you divide 4 in 30, you have 7, that's 28, right? Remaining 2. 4 in 20, that's 5, so this will be 1. So that's 75 over 1, that's equals to 75. So remember to always put your percentage, right? Good, because the question says you have converted this to percentage. So your percentage, your answer must have percentage, which is C, 75%. Question number 10. Which of this number is odd? Okay, so this is like a logical question. Okay, the examiner wants you to look at the numbers and deduce the one that does not rightfully belong. So you have 12, you have 34, you have 27, and you have 40. Now, each of these A, B, and C, I'll just go straight to it. A, B, and C are different numbers can make up 12. Let's say 3 times 4, 2 times 6, 2 times 2, 4 times 3, 12. For 34, just maybe two numbers, 17 and 2. But when it comes to 37, it's a cube number. It's only 37 that is a cube number, okay, which is 27. What a cube number means is that three equal numbers or the same number multiplied in 3 times, okay, cube number. So 27 is simply 3 raised to the power 3, which is what? 3 times 3 times 3. It is only 27 that you can get a cube number. Okay, that means one number multiplying itself in 3 times. The other ones, you can multiply different other kind of numbers to get their answer, right? Good. Okay, moving on. 11. Find the average of 10. Find the average of 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. When you are finding the average, it means you sum up everything, the numbers that you have been given. Okay, you sum them up and you divide them by the amount of numbers or the units of numbers. What do I mean by unit of numbers? How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are in group of 5. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So you have 10 plus 20, or 1 plus 2, that's 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. Or let me do it, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is what? 15. Then I had the zeros also. 0 plus 0, 0, plus 0, 0, plus 0 plus 0 equals to 0. That's 150. Over how many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if you like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 5. Okay, so 5 divided by 1 by 5, 1, 5 in 15, 3. So the average of these sets of numbers is 30, which is option B. Question number 12. Round 456 to the nearest 100. 4 156. Round it to the nearest 100. So the first thing you are doing is to put your numbers into their place. Now, 6 is what? Unit. 5 is what? Tenths. And then 4 is in the place of what? 100. So which one are we rounding up? Because we are rounding to the nearest 100, this is the number that we need to do something about, which is the 4. Okay, so now there is a rule in rounding up or in place order or place value, which is when the number is between 5 to 9, you round it up to 1. And when the number is between 4 to 0 or 0 to 4, let me say 0 to 4. When the number is between 0 to 4, you round it up to down, rather, you round it down to 0. So the number before that number that you're rounding up, in this case, we're rounding up 4. So the number before 4, which is 5, if it is between 5 to 9, round it to 1 and add it to this number, the number that we are rounding up, which is 100. We are rounding up to 100. So 5 to 9, that's 1. So you are rounding up this 5 to 1. So when you add it to this one, to 4, it becomes 5. Then every other number behind it becomes 0. So 0, 0. So we have rounded it to the nearest 100. Okay? It was 456. We needed to round it up to the nearest 100 because 5 is 5, which is the nearest number, which is in the 10th place, is between 5 to 9. The rule says to change it to 1 and add it to the number we are rounding up, which is 4. It becomes 5. Every other number behind it becomes 0. Hope that is clear enough. So your answer there is 500. All right, with that, we come to the end for quantitative. Section B, verbal aptitude. We have 12 questions here also. The 13th question. The opposite of difficult is dash. The opposite of difficult is dash. A, hard. B, simple. C, impossible. D, tight. What is difficult? Something hard. Okay, and opposite now. That's antonym. Okay, the other side. So opposite of difficult is what? Simple. Not hard. Hard will be another word for difficult or a synonym. Impossible will be another word for difficult. Tight will be another word for difficult, a related word. So simple seems to be the opposite, direct opposite of difficult. So simple is the correct answer. Question 14. Choose the correct spelling. We have environment. Okay, they all would sound alike. When you pronounce them, they will all be sound alike, except this one that sounds as environment because there's a K here. Okay, so this one has one N, okay, two N. This one has one. This one has two N and two E, which is wrong. Okay, there is no two E in environment. So the ones that would likely confuse you is A or B. Okay, note that in environment we have an N. Please note that although we don't pronounce it, it's kind of voiceless, but there is an N in the spelling. You call it as environment, but there is an N. You don't call it as environment. No, you call it as environment, but it actually has an N, which is soundless or voiceless. Now, moving on, question 15. Which word is different from this set of words? Which word is odd here or does not belong here? We have A, dog, B, cat, C, goat, D, rice. Okay, which word is odd? Does not belong to the group. Dog is an animal, cat is an animal, goat is an animal, rice is a food. Okay, so rice does not belong to this group of animals. So the correct option is D. 16. The plural of child is, that's more than one child. When there are more than one child, what do you call it? The plural of child is children. So, and what will be the correct spelling among between these two? It will be C, children, not childs. Okay, because you have been told that when once it's more than one, add S. But in this case, when it's more than one child, it's children, and this is the correct spelling, C. 17. Choose the correct synonym of happy. What is synonym? Like we just established. Synonym is similar word, alike word, related word. So choose the correct synonym of happy. Somebody that is happy will be what? Will it be sad? No. Will it be hungry? No. Will it be sleepy? No. Someone who is happy is joyful, is excited. So joyful is the correct synonym for happy. 18. Which word is a verb? What is a verb? A verb is an action word. Okay? A verb puts you in the action. So which word puts us in the action here? Is it table? No. Is it eat? Like eat. Eat your food. You must have heard your teacher say that before. It's time to eat your food. That means do an action, which is what? Take your food flask or your plates and begin to eat. So this is the action word here. Chair, nose, no. These ones are nouns. So eat is the action word, which is a verb. And then 19, fill in the blank. She dashed to school every day. She go to school every day. She goes because it's in the continuous tense. She goes to school, continuous future tense. She goes to school every day. So B, goes. And then question number 20. Which of the following is a question word? That means which of these words is used in questions? Which of these words is used in question? Okay. Is it when, run, house, or blue? Correct option will be when. When are you going to school? That's a question. Okay. When are you coming home from school? That's a question. When are you going to church? That's a question. Or mosque. Okay, so when is the question word? A. 21. Choose the correct sentence. He are my friend. He is my friend. Him is my friend. His are my friend. Some children actually talk like this. Him is my friend. His are my friend. Okay? Yeah, especially local children. So this is helping you to fine tune the way you speak, right? So you don't say his are my friend. Him and my friend. The correct answer will be he is my friend. Why? Because he is in the singular, just one person. So is the correct preposition for that singular. Then question 22. Which word is an antonym of fast? What's an antonym? Opposite. Just remember when you remember antonym, forget about all the other things. Just remember opposite or closest opposite. Now, which word is an antonym of fast? That means if the person is not fast, that means the person is what? Or if it is not fast, it is what? So is it slow, quick, speed, or long? You got it right. It is slow. Someone who is not fast is slow. So slow is the correct option. Now, 23. Find the odd word. Find the odd word. Apple, mango, orange, cup. Okay, so apple is a fruit, mango is a fruit, orange is a fruit. Only cup is a thing, is an object. So cup is the odd word, is not supposed to be in the list. Right. So if you are enjoying this, you should share it to your friend. If you are an older person, maybe a parent that is watching this and enjoying the class, or a older adult, you can share it to young children. You really don't need expos these days, especially for simple exams as the National Common Entrance exam. I wrote my National Common Entrance exam at in the class of primary 4, and I did very well. Okay, so once your child starts practicing all of these questions a lot ahead of time, especially questions using the Becker compilation, you can get it in any of the bookstores. You can also watch videos, as there's a lot of it. You can suggest it to your children, share it to them, allow them to watch it on your devices. They are building their knowledge of these questions, and they will actually do well in their common entrance. Okay, make sure you are subscribed too for future updates. Okay, question 24. We are going to 60. The opposite of noisy is what? So if a place is not noisy, it will be what? Now we have calm, quiet, loud, dull. Okay, so the opposite of noisy is quiet. Quiet. So um, your teacher may come into the class and say, stop making noise. Or he may come into the class and say, keep quiet. So that tells you that noise is the opposite of what? Quiet. Okay? Now we are done with section 2. We're now in section C, which is current affairs. We have 12 questions. Current affairs is simply occurrences in our local space or even in the world that you should be able to answer as a pupil. Who is the president of Nigeria as of this year, 2025? Who is our president? You should know that, right? And the correct answer, we have A. Muhammad Buhari, B. Bola Tinubu, C. Goodluck Jonathan, and D. Yemi Osibajo. The correct answer will be President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which is B. And then 26, we have the capital of Nigeria is dash. Lagos, Kano, Abuja, Port Harcourt. Some persons may say Lagos. No, the capital of Nigeria is Abuja. Okay, so that's the correct answer, C. Then we have 27. Who composed the Nigerian national anthem? This one, so a lot of people might not know this. Who composed the Nigerian national anthem? We have A. Chinua Achebe, popular writer. We have B. Arise to Compass. No. Then we have C. Ben Odais. And then D. Wole Soyinka, another popular Nobel laureate. But the correct answer here is what? Ben Odais. He composed our national anthem. And then 28. How many states are in Nigeria? You should know this. Definitely you do state and capital. You did it in your nursery school. So there are 36 states in Nigeria. Okay, so the correct answer will be C. And then 29, the currency we use in Nigeria, or the currency used in Nigeria, is what? Is it dollar, pound, naira, franc? No, it's naira. Who use dollar? United States. So we use naira. That's option C. Question 30. Come on. Question 30. Who is the current Minister of Education in Nigeria? We have Tahir Mamman, Wole Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, and Tunji Alausa. Yes, the correct option is Tunji Alausa is the current Minister of Education in Nigeria as of this year. It might change next year, but this year is the current Minister of Education. 31. The green in the Nigerian flag stands for what? We have option A, oil, B, forest and agriculture, C, peace, D, hope. The white actually stands for peace, but that green stands for what? Agriculture. Why? Because just reason it, the color of plants is what? Green. So even if you don't know, just know that, oh, the color of plants is green, which is agriculture. So the green in the Nigerian flag stands for forest and agriculture, option B. 32. Nigeria became a republic in which year? Straightforward, 1963. We became a republic in 1963. 1960, we got our independence. 33. Who was the first president of Nigeria? The first president of Nigeria. Was it Olusegun Obasanjo? No. Goodluck Jonathan? No. Nnamdi Azikiwe? Yes. So Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was our first president, the first president of Nigeria. See. 34. The most populous city in Nigeria is what? What's the meaning of populous? That's the city that has the highest population in Nigeria, and that is Lagos. Lagos. Ibadan will be the largest city by square mass, or yeah, the biggest city by square mass, that is by land area. When you're talking about the city that has the most people, that's what most populous mean. That would be Lagos. Then 35. What's the name of Nigerian national football team for the male? Okay. A. Super Falcon. B. Super Strikers. C. Green Hawks. D. Super Eagles. You must have had it on the TV. When they say, Super Eagles, they are scoring. They just scored. That's Super Eagles. So that's option D. 36. Who is the founder of the Nigerian Army? The founder of the Nigerian Army, we have Lord Lugard Aguiyi-Ironsi, Obafemi Awolowo, the British government. It was the British government who founded the Nigerian Army. That's why till today, a lot of our values are still from the British government, because we learned a lot from them. Okay, so the correct option would be D, the British government. We gain our independence from the British government. We were colonized by the British government. Okay, so that's that with current affairs. Now we move on to general sciences, which we have 12 questions from. Okay, now let's go into it. 37. What part of the body or which part of the body is used for smelling? Let's see the options. Nose, eyes, ears, and hands. Which part do you use to smell or perceive odor? Okay, that will be your nose. Use your nose for smelling. 38. Water boils at what degrees? 50, 80, 100, 120, 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, what do we breathe in? Okay, we have oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Okay, you must have been taught in school. So humans breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Plants breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. So oxygen is the correct answer. 40. Which of this is a solid? We have milk, air, wood. Air is a what? Gas. Milk is a what? Liquid. What is liquid? A liquid is something that doesn't have a shape of its own. It only takes the shape of the container that you put it in. Okay, that you introduce it into. So milk would take, okay, especially if it's liquid, whatever, even if it is in powder form, it will take the shape of a container. Air, you cannot even see it, so it's all around us. So it also takes the shape of a container. Oil also takes the shape of a container, is liquid. But wood has a shape of its own. It could have any shape of its own. So wood is a solid. It has the feature of a solid. A solid is anything that can have the shape of its own. It can stay on its own. The sun is a dash. Is it a planet? No, the sun is not a planet. Okay, the sun is a moon. No, the sun is a star. Okay, it's a bright, large star. What are stars? Stars are galaxies that illuminates. Okay, so the sun is a star. 42. Animals that live in water are called what? Mammals, aquatic, amphibian, reptile. Straight to the point, animals that live in water are aquatic animals. Okay, aquatic animals live in water. What are terrestrial animals then? The animals that live on dry land. 43. Which of these is a source of protein? Okay, now we are under the classes of foods. So which of these foods will give you protein? We have rice, yam, sugar, and beans. Okay, beans is the correct answer. Rice, yam, even sugar will give you carbohydrate or simple energy. That's simple glucose. Okay, but beans will give you protein. It will make your skin fresh up and help you to grow a little bit taller. So that's beans. And then 44, which part of the plant absorbs water? Now you have your plant, you have the roots, you have the stem, you have the branches, you have the leaves, and you have the fruits. Which part of the plant absorbs water? Now the this is the ground. So which part of this plant absorbs water for the plant? Is the root. The root absorbs water and then um, distributes it through transport system to different parts of the plant. So that is the roots. 45. The earth rotates around the moon. The earth rotates around the dash. The earth rotates around the dash. We have the moon, the sun, the sky, the star. The earth is rotating around the world, around the sun. That's why sometimes you have day or night, okay, because the earth is constantly rotating around the sun. Okay, so 46. Which of the following is not a sense organ? Now you have four major sense organs. Okay, the eyes, the skin, and all of that. So no, four, five. The five major sense organs. So which of the following is not a sense organ? You have eye, which is a sense organ for what? For sight, for seeing. You have nose, a sense organ for smell. You have skin, a sense organ for feeling or for touch. You have leg. it's not, it's not a sense organ. Is actually a organ, okay, for movement, but it's not a sensory organ. You don't sense things from your leg, right? Okay, it's not a major sensory organ. Okay, 47. A caterpillar changes into a what? A caterpillar changes into a what? A butterfly. Caterpillar is like the developing stage of a butterfly. Okay, so a caterpillar would always change into a butterfly. 48 now. Which planet is known as the red planet? Okay, and why? Because the red planet, even from distance, okay, you can see that it has a reddish color. That's where it got its name, red planet, from because of its reddish color. Okay, which planet is known as the red planet? You have Earth, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. The correct answer will be Mars. So Mars is known as the red planet. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you share it to your friends, your family member, those in primary school who will be writing the common entrance in a few years or this year. And make sure you smash the subscribe button so that you can keep getting updates as we'll be releasing other topics or and other subjects. Right? We would make sure we cover the whole, and that's maths, English, and the other vital subjects. Okay, now we move on to the last section, section E, social studies. Right. So 49, what is the smallest unit of society? The smallest unit of society: town, village, community, or family? Family. Family, you have been taught, I taught this too. Family is the smallest unit of a society. Every society starts from family, right? Okay, so 50. A person who steals is called a what? This is very simple, right? Police, thief, judge, lawyer. I remember in my primary school days, we used to play a game called police and thief. Police and thief. So the thief will be hiding while the police will be chasing. So the person who steals is a thief. It's not the police, it's a thief. So that's option B. And then we have 51. What's the name of the leader of a school? The leader of a school. Some school will call if it's a male, they'll call him headmaster. If it's a female, they'll call her headmistress. All right. But the general name for either a male or a female would be what? Head teacher. Head teacher. If it's in the public school, they may use principal, school administrator, whatever it is, they are all still head teacher. And then 52, a citizen is someone who what? A, sells goods, works in an hospital, belongs to a country, drives a car. Well, the word citizen is always used in relation to country, to a country. A citizen is someone who belongs or works or lives in a country. Yes. So long he is there legally, yes, he's a citizen of that country. So that is C, belongs to a country. And then 53, what is a good habit? What is a good habit? That means what is something that is good to be done often, or a good way of life? Lying? No. Stealing? No. Saying the truth? Yes. Saying the truth is good. Good habits. All right. And then cheating? No. So saying the truth is a good habit. 54. What is the main religion in Nigeria? What's the main religion in Nigeria? Christianity only? Islam only? Both Islam and Christianity? Hinduism? Okay, when the questionnaire mean main religion, it's talking about what is the utmost religion. That's the religion with the most worshippers in Nigeria. And some persons will argue that, oh, Christians are the most or Islam are the most. But we see another option here that includes the two. So this is going to be our question, our answer. Both Islam and Christianity. Yes, they are the main religions. And there should be an S here then. They are the main religions in Nigeria. 55. Who settles disputes in courts? Who settles disputes in a law court? We have police, judge, soldier, teacher. Okay, who sits on a court first of all is the judge. The judge sits on the court, a male or female judge, and settles disputes of those who comes to complain in the law court. So judge is the correct answer. And then 56. What does traffic light red mean? You must have heard this song a lot in your school. Yellow means ready, green means go, red means stop, right? I sang it too. So what does traffic light red means? Red means what? Whenever you see red, it means danger. Just stay where you are. Okay, so stop. Stop. So red means stop. Yellow means ready. Now, 57. The people who make laws are called what? We have police. No, police enforce the law. Then we have senators. Yes, senators are those who make the law. We have engineers and teachers, which do not belong to the group. Okay, so senators. 58. As we get ready to stop, as we are rounding up, paying taxes is the duty of what? So what are taxes? Taxes are a portion of your earning that by right or by legal right, okay, as a citizen of a country, you are entitled or mandated to pay towards the development of your country. Okay, everybody, every working class citizen of a country is mandated to pay some amount of money, okay, to the government. Yeah. So it's a paying tax. That amount of money or that levy is called tax. It's the duty of citizens. And what are citizens? Citizens are people who belong, like we saw in the previous question, to a country. So it's the duty of every citizen. Then 29. When is Nigeria's Independence Day? It's popularly and widely celebrated across the country. In fact, it's a public holiday. So when is that day in Nigeria? The 1st of October. We celebrate our independence from the British government in 1960. And then the last question, which of these is a traditional Nigerian attire? That means which of these do we belongs to us? Which of these do we produce in Nigeria? That is our cultural mode of dressing. You have jeans. No, jeans is actually Western. T-shirt is Western. And we have agbada. You see that I can't even call it in the English as well. I said agbada. So agbada is local. Then we have suits, which is Western. So agbada is a cultural. That's when you're having your cultural day, you often wear agbada to it. So because it's a cultural, it's a traditional Nigerian attire. All right, so with that, we come to the end of the 60 top questions from quantitative, verbal, social studies, general studies, current affairs. I hope you understood them. If you have any difficulty with any of these questions, again, you can use the comment section to reach out. Make sure you share this video to your friends, especially those in school, your wards and your kids, as we get ready for common entrance that is starting on June the 14th of this month. Okay, see you in the next video. But before then, make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification so that when we publish the next one, you will be notified. Bye for now.